Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tim with Tomes and Tales. I'm Tim, author of the short story Werewolves of the West and the hardboiled detective novel Baltimore City. Today on the channel, I'm reviewing The Time Machine, the 1895 novella by H.G. Wells. In this story, a Victorian Englishman, whom we know only as the Time Traveler, is discussing an experimental machine he's developed to some dinner guests, even showing them a working model. He invites them back the following when he believes his full-scale device will be functional. When the dinner guests come back, they find their host exhausted yet talkative. It seems after using the time machine, he tells them about his experiences in the future. The Time Machine by H.G. Wells is often included as one of the most influential science fiction tales to come out of the Victorian era, a time when science fiction was still in its infancy. It was one of, if not the first book to suggest using a machine to travel through time with. It contains some fantastical settings, people, and creatures, but it was the interactions the time traveler had with the people of the future that I found the most appealing with this book. It is nearly impossible to read this story and not see the socialist sympathies Wells had at the time. Wells used some exaggerated classism to get some views across to the reader, at a time when Marxist ideas were still being toyed with, yet none having been placed into practice on a large scale. It has been suggested Wells was a bit of a prophet with some of his writing. For example, some of the weapons used during World War I had some striking similarities to the weapons the Martians used in the War of the Worlds. Some people think the future classism Wells incorporated into the time machine was a prediction of the Russian Revolution and the violence that came with it. I'm not sure I would go that far, but his writing did feel like a warning to the aristocracy and the captains of industry to treat their working class better. All in all, The Time Machine was not my favorite H.G. Wells story, but it was worth reading. I think anyone could take something away from this book, whether they agree with his positions or not. Thank you for joining me on my review today. Please hit like and subscribe if you want to help out the channel, or check out some of my own stories. I'll leave links to them below. Stay safe, everyone, and happy reading.